Hi guys, welcome to Filament PHP series, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to add multi-language support in Filament PHP project. So let's get started. So let me go over here in my fresh Filament PHP application, and I have created one resource over here. You can see that, and if I click on create, I can create a title and body. So I will use the fact filler. So just use and click on create the post. Okay, and now you can see that I have created title body with the post. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we are going to add this translation for title and body, and here I am going to add like a language feature where you can change the language from English to Spanish or English to Hindi, whatever you want to set up. Okay, so first of all, let me go to VS Code editor, and here is my fresh project, and go to the filament, and if I go over here inside the table, post table, first of all over here there is a one method. I'm going to give you the two option, translated label. So here you just need to pass true or false. Okay, so this is the one option that you can do it, but I'm going to prefer the second options that by default Laravel provide the translation label. Okay, so let me go over here and I will search Laravel translations. Okay, and you can see over here, like I will call Laravel language. Okay, and you can see that localizations, and the same thing we are going to use. First of all, we need to publish our all the languages. By default there is no language folder over here. Okay, so we need to run this command to publish the language, and they will be give you the like en folder, es folder, and that's thing. So let's run the command. Go to the terminal and let's open the new tab, php artisan lang :publish. Hit enter, and you can see that language files published successfully. Okay, let me go back over here, and here you can see that there is a one folder called lang, and inside that there is a en, that's the language code. And you can see that by default there is a files over here. Here I'm going to create new file, and that's file called resource.php. okay, and here I'm going to start php and return array at the end, semicolon. Here our first key is the resource dot I'm going to add post, that's module name, and title, and I will add the title from language. So just I put the L because just test it is working or not. Just let me go back over here, and I will use the language label method, and here I will use underscore, and here you need to pass the key. So first you need to pass your file name. So I will call resource dot post dot title. Okay, and save it, and let me go back over here and hit refresh, and now you can see that title L. So that means our translation is working fine. Same thing I'm going to do for body. So I will copy this and I will use body, and key also body, save it. Let me go back, copy this, paste it over here. Okay, and use the call body, save it. Let me go over here, hit refresh, and now you can see that body. Okay, so this was for the English language, but let me add new language over here. So let me just copy this folder. So I will call copy, and then inside the language folder I'm going to paste, and you can see that. Let's rename it, and we are going to add es language. Es, that means for the Spanish. Okay, so hit enter, and now you can see that there is also resource file. So I don't know what's called title in Spanish. So let me go over here, Google Translate, and let's see. Okay, paste it the title, and I will use the English, and here I am going to make it Spanish. Okay, so just copy that, paste it over here. Okay, save it. Let me go back and add for body like this, copy and paste it. Okay, this is maybe not the correct word, but you can do whatever you want to put for es language. So just save it. Okay, and now let me go and change the language as well. Okay, so I need to go to the config file app, and here if you go scroll down, there is the app underscore local, so you can put it ES and save it. Let me go back to our application and hit refresh. Yeah, it's nothing. What happened? Just save it, and maybe we need to save it. And here inside the env, let's search. Yeah, because it's already set from here, so I will make it ES. Save it, refresh, and now you can see that you have a Spanish language and titulo, and that's the word I don't know, so that's the added translation perfectly over there. Let me go back over here and I will make it en. Okay, save it. Let me go back, hit refresh. Now it's back to title. So this way you can set up for dashboard, set up for the post, and for these post listing, and each and every label you can translation over there. Okay, so this was the one method. You can also choose another method. So let me go over here inside the lang, and here I'm going to directly create new file called en.json like this. Okay, and you can directly translation as well. Okay, so I will call like post.title2. okay, and I will just make it title2. Save it. Okay, and you can directly use as well inside the post over here like this post, because we have created directly key post title2. Save it. Let me go back, hit refresh, and you can see that. So basically you can create directly JSON file each language code wise, like es.json, ln.json, hi.json, something like that. But I will use this is the preferable way, I think. So let me just remove that, but this is, I just want to show you. Delete this file and move to trash. Okay, and just here the rollback. Save it. Okay, now you can see, let me go refresh, and now is everything working perfectly fine. Now what I'm going to do next, here I'm going to add the language feature where you can change the language dynamically, not inside the env file and go to the change every time. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use new plugin over here, and that's called Translation Manager in FilamentPHP. So you have to follow this GitHub link. And now you can see that filament version, so right now it support up to 4.x, but if you are using 5, the latest version, then you have to read documentation carefully. Maybe they add later the support, so that you have to care. Copy that, and let me go back over here and run this command. Okay, and you can see that our package is installed successfully. Let me clear this, and let's see if they have added the configuration file. Let me go over here and run the migration as well. So this is the package where we can publish the files, and hit enter, and now you can see that they have created one migration. Okay, and they have also published the file. So let me go back to VS Code editor, click on config, not at, maybe the migration, just migration they have created. Go to the language line, you can see over here text, JSON, and group. So that the next step, what was that, just you can see that that's table we need to create, so that they have created successfully. Okay, now what we have to do the next, because right now I saw that inside their documentation, and let me go to the official page. Okay, first here you can see that this is the official you can see that translation manager from the Filament store, and there is one command that they have forgot to add. This is the publish configuration file, that's very important, so that's why I'm going to add this. Okay, and you can see that they have published the file called translation manager.php. Go to VS Code editor, go to the config, and here you can see that they have created a file, you can see. Okay, so here they have added the available localization options for code like en, English. Same way I'm going to do for Spanish. So I will say es, and I will say Spanish, and I will call es for the flag. Okay, just save it. So this is the language, and rest of other changes like language feature by default true, and that's the other options. You can take a look in details if you want to change it. Okay, but I will keep 2 language for now. Later you can add multiple languages and with the flag over here. Okay, save it. Now let me go back, and the next step is this: we need to create our custom theme. Okay, so let me click over here, and you can see that here is the creating a custom theme. Okay, and I will choose version 4, and I will call create custom theme and run this command. Let's clear this and paste it. Yes. Okay, now they have published the with.config file, and they have added a new CSS file inside the resources, CSS, filament, admin, and theme.css. Let me go back over here, and you have to just copy this line, and let me go back over here, go to that file, CSS, filament, theme.css. Here you just need to add that line, paste it, and then you can see that inside your panel you have to register this translation. Okay, so let me go over here, provider, filament, admin panel provider. Okay, and here I'm going to use new function called plugins, and in the array I'm going to call Mac. Okay, save it, and let me go back over here and hit refresh, and now you can see that over here you can see there is the one icon, and if I click over here you will see the English and the Spanish. So that's awesome, right? And if you click over here you can see that it's automatically translation of your changes. You can see over here. Okay, same way if you want to change back to the English language, I can do that. You can see that, and you can add the multiple languages for your Filament PHP project. So this is really good. Okay, let me go back to the English, and quick translation, there is a forbidden over here. Okay, so that means you are not able to access this page. Okay, so let me go over here, and what's the next? So you can see over here they have provided, this is the registration you have to do. So just copy this and go to the app service provider. Inside the boot method you have to paste it, and you have to import the get facade, save it, and also you need to import the user model, save it. And by default I'm going to make it true for all users, so each and every user can access my page. Okay, so hit a refresh, and now you can see that you have a proper English and ES. So basically right now nothing left for translation, so that's the reason it's showing like this. But if you can see here, there is a new option called translation manager. If you click over here, you can see there is a synchronization. If I click over here, they will read all the translation file that what we have already, and you can see that auth fail, password, and that's by default Laravel provided. Let me go to that language file en. You can see that for validation, for auth, okay, fail and password. So you can see that auth fail, auth password, auth throttle. So that all the languages they have added, and with en and es language. Okay, so you can directly edit from here, so you don't have to go to that file and change it manually. So this is working perfectly fine, and this page is only allow for a super admin. Yeah, that's great, and that's it. And this was very basic and simple how you can add multi-language support. If you like this video, then share with your friends, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel for more videos. See you in the next video, guys.